Greetings, fellow Poltermasters. Greetings, fellow Poltermasters. I am Crashmas, and it's once again time to crash Skylanders with another top 5 video here for Crashmas, and today we're going to be discussing something very near and dear to my heart. Today's video is going to have a sequel tomorrow, if it isn't obvious, but this is something that has irked at me my entire life of loving Skylanders. There's so many Skylanders out there that were so hard to come by when they first got released or even up till now. And some of them are amazing. And the fact that some of you guys might never be able to play as these Skylanders just because they are so hard to come by makes me really sad. But if you can get your hands on these Skylanders, it is worth every single penny. Except over $100. Don't ever pay over $100 for a Skylander. I don't care what anyone says. The most I've ever paid for a Skylander was $80 for a 2-pack of Breeze, Breeze, Pet Vac, and Whisper Elf and Barkley. That's the most I've ever paid for a Skylander. That was 4 Skylanders for $80. Okay? And that was back when Trap Team, well, it was leading into Superchargers. So I was still like completing my collection there. Ooh, fun fact. But yes, ladies and gentlemen, today we're going to be talking about the 5 Skylanders that totally deserve the hype. So yeah, it's very obvious tomorrow is going to be a sequel to this one. But these are 5 Skylanders that took a while for people to get a hold of, or people were talking about them like crazy, like, oh, you got to try this Skylander, it's so cool. And then they lived up to it. And that's the one thing I love so much, is hyping up a Skylander and it's just turning out to be fantastic. So most of you who are fans of this channel probably know what number 1's going to be, but don't spoil it for the rest of us. So let's get right into it. Number 5.
Darkness falls.
When the Dark Element was introduced to Trap Team, the entire Skylanders community were on edge. Introducing a new mechanic was fine to the franchise, but a new element also? It was something that piqued our curiosity. With 2 new Trap Masters and 2 cores added to the game, some were to outshine the others. Spotlight became extremely difficult to find, but Blackout was a little more frequent until recently. Most people never got the chance to try Blackout on release day, but once they eventually found him, people got to see how enjoyable and fun this Skylander is, with one of the coolest movesets added to the game at the time. Something you could pick up and play easy, but once you mastered him, it becomes evident that he was someone you couldn't overshadow. Well, minus other new addition, but we'll get to that later. I don't care how many people bash Scratch just because she became the only non-Imaginator Skylander to work properly in the game. Scratch in Swap Force was one of the most fun combinations of a Skylander you could ever play. The joy of the cat scratches she uses to take out enemies and to pounce onto them is not only very accurate to how cats actually are, but it's actually very fun, but very strategic at the same time. Should you be jumping into every fight, or maybe sneak into it and then pounce like a wildcat? Or should you wait for them to approach and attack when you feel the need to defend? It's completely up to you how to fight, and no matter what, you'll love how Scratch controls, and how great of a Skylander you might have missed on due to closed eyes. As I mentioned earlier, a new mechanic in a Skylanders game is common, but a brand new element is harder to adjust to. The great news though is the light side gave us one of the most fun characters you could ever use, even though some people claim he isn't worth it. Dear viewer, every single person who says that is drastically incorrect. It was hard to find the light starter pack when it first came out, making him a most wanted Skylander, but every single person who got him realized how amazing Nightlight is. There is no way anyone who has played as Nightlight would say he's overrated, and is way deserving of all the hype that he got.
The roar of thunder.
Obviously, I will discuss Skylanders who were overhyped and did not deserve it, so don't be surprised when you don't see a certain robotic Skylar on this list and somewhere else. However, his counterpart Wildstorm is the exact opposite. When it was revealed that Wildstorm would debut with the Cursed Tiki Temple level, people were more than excited to find him in store to give us not only an awesome level, but an amazing Skylander with that. Wildstorm has such a unique moveset that makes him a ton of people's favorite air Skylander ever. He's actually a top pick for me also, so I can't say much myself. Giving us an amazing Skylander with an awesome level to play with him in wasn't something unique to the franchise, but Wildstorm was something very unique in himself.
Another smash hit.
For the maybe 2 people who have no clue about my story of finding Doomstone for the first time, it took me months to finally find him after asking through Facebook, making friends with the local Walmart receiving crew, and looking through every GameStop window to see if they had got a resupply, until one fateful day, picking up something else, I noticed him hanging from the shelf and screamed internally. This was the only time in my entire life with Skylanders where I got a Skylander that day and constantly played with him until he was maxed out within 24 hours. Doomstone has one of my favorite movesets of all time, where I mix into every single challenge I play with him, putting him on the portal any chance I get. Doomstone had the most potential to not be worth it at all, but man, he took the shine and rose with it. Doomstone has been my most overhyped Skylander and came out way better even after I finally got him. Oh, to wish I could feel that joy again. And that's it, folks. The 5 Skylanders that totally deserve the hype. Those are Skylanders that you should definitely go out of your way and get, as long as they're under $100, and you will love every second of it. Of course, this is personal opinion, because there's one Skylander that a lot of people were expecting to be on this list, but you know I'm not a fan of him. But we'll get to that tomorrow. Ooh, hint. So let me know in the comments below the Skylander you were most hyped for and it lived up to the hype. That's the number one thing. Is let me know in the comments below the Skylander that you were so excited to see for the first time, and then playing as them, you went, yep, this was worth every second. That was me with Doomstone. 100%. 1000% worth the wait. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you tomorrow for another awesome video, a sequel to this one, so obviously you know what it's going to be. But if you don't know what it means, Crash, tomorrow, what are you talking about? I'm uploading every single day for 24 days here on this channel. 24 days of Crashmas, baby. Playlist in the description if you're watching this brand new on the channel, like you're watching this when it came out. This time tomorrow, you're going to have another video from me. So keep an eye out for that. I'm so excited to bring you those. I will see you tomorrow for another awesome video. Y'all mean the world to me. Don't ever forget it. But as always, I bid you farewell.